With the Olympic Tours just a few yards up the road from Odsal and heading through Wakefield tomorrow, it's not just rugby that connects the two communities this week. Both sides come into the game off the back of defeats, but what different games they were. The Bulls had a week off after their trouncing at St Helens, but Wakefield were honourable in their amazing narrow defeat at Headingley on Monday. Richard Agar makes one expected change to that side as Danny Kermond returns after his facial injury and replaces Lucas Walshaw, who's been ill. So the Wildcats have Richie Mathers at fullback, on the wings Peter Fox and Ben Cockayne, and the centres Dean Collis and Vince Mellors. The standoff is Paul Sykes, scrum half Tim Smith, up front Kyler Moore, Andy Raleigh and Paul Ayton in at hooker. On the second row Ali Lawatiti and Danny Kermond, as we've already mentioned, and the loose forward this afternoon is Danny Washbrook. On the bench, one change there as well, Frankie Mariano comes back in, so he'll be alongside Steve Southern, Ollie Wilkes and Kyle Wood. Bradford have Brett Carney back in the starting lineup, and Jared Samet is on the bench after his return from injury. So they will have Brett Carney at fullback, as we say. On the wings, Sean Ainscough and Carl Price, with Michael Platt and Keith Lulier through the centres. Standoff Ben Jeffries, scrum half Luke Gale, Oliver Ellimer and Bryn Hargreaves will be the two props up front, with Hazel Lestrange in at hooker. On the second row, John Bateman and Elliot Whitehead, with Jamie Langley at loose forward. On the bench for the Bulls, the aforementioned Jared Samet, alongside Tol Orbison, who's dropped down to allow Kearney to come back into the side. Alongside him on the bench, Tom Burgess and Manasseh Manafakoa. And the referee this afternoon is Robert Hicks. In this first half, Ben Cockayne puts the ball high up into the sunlit sky. Drops to Jeffries to take it. Price brings it out. He'll come back across right. A little step inside. The kick comes in, it'll come off the post. And it looks like there's a Bradford man onto it in the end. Just trying to see who's got the final touch over there. Plenty of players diving in on the right, with plenty of tackles to spare here. They come over left, Gale dummies and then tries to straighten up inside. Wildcats equal to it though, Raleigh and Kermond, but up come the Bulls again. There's a brush off and a stretch out. Has Keith Lulier managed to put it over? Yes, he has. Just stepped inside and managed to stretch out just far enough to get the ball over the line. Either side to panic just yet. The Wildcats need to convert some of their possession into some positive points, as Lawatiti will get a bit of space in. Lawatiti's got a man inside with Ayton. The pass was slightly behind him, but Ayton rather steps inside Price and heads off under the sticks for the score. With Paul Ayton capitalising on the break from Ali Lawatiti. Can't want the decision. Referee tells the Bulls to get on with it. The pass is poor. Drops to ground, will find its way back to Langley, and there's a 2-on-1 down that right hand side, and Ainscough will go in the corner. The play completely broke down as Mellors came across into the line and managed to knock the ball away. In the end, he had no one to pass to. He manages to get it to Smith. Smith for Lawatiti. Lawatiti will come back inside. He manages to keep the ball alive, and the Wildcats have a man over Cockayne on the right hand side. He comes back inside, and an excellent try from Ben Cockayne. Looked like he was heading off down a dead end with Bradford Bulls players in defence on that right hand side, but he got away from them and managed to get himself on the angle and over the line for the score. Mellors comes back across into the line, and the Wildcats still have themselves inside the 10. It's messy and scrappy at the moment, but it's still working as Smith steps away. Has he taken down? Did he manage to keep the arm up? I think he did. And Tim Smith has got the Wildcats over the line again. Managed to spin himself away. Fairly flat this time to avoid it drifting away in the breeze. And the Wildcats start off from the 40 with Danny Kermond. Picks up 10 and Ayton will find Southern. Southern tries to brush Langley out of the way, but Langley clings on. As Ayton comes short for Smith. Smith uses the dummy running for Sykes. Sykes through the gap for Mariano, and Mariano will go over for the try. Great set play. Bradford's defence was stretched on that right hand side. Cats are a man short. Southern still tries to get involved in the tackle despite the fact he's laid on the floor. There's going to have to be a change, and the Bulls have got a gap. The Bulls have got a space. They've got 2-on-1 at the back. Lulier just manages to bound away and will go over for the score. Had the gap through the line. just manages to get away from the tackle, and when the Wildcats temporarily a man short, the Bulls have taken advantage towards the 40. Slowly back to his feet, big forward. Talking to big man, it comes to Lauatiti, waving the ball around, manages to offload for Wood. Wood is having to go square before he straightens up in centre field. He's brought down quickly. Wildcats not capitalising on that chance just for a moment. Raleigh taking the ball from dummy half. Sykes thinks about the pass out wide, takes it into the line before he's taken down. Wood comes across, Raleigh back on the inside, on the angle. Takes Wakefield inside the 20, still a couple of tackles to play with here. Smith takes a high one, comes inside again to Mathers. Mathers has got nobody there though inside him. Needed the man on his right shoulder. The Wildcats on the last with Wood, finds some more, can he get up? He can! And he bounces away from one tackle and bounces his way over the line. And Kyler Moore scores again for the Wildcats. Balls drop off again, but there's no way through the Wildcats line at the moment, but Bradford still have the ball 5 out. Central position, dummy to Oliver Elmer I should say, comes short and pass comes back inside. Great tackle on Michael Platt as he's brought down just a couple of metres short. Kick comes up from Gale, trying to use the post again, it's come off the post. Who's got the final touch? It looks like it's the Bulls. It is, and it's Bradford who go back into the lead again. Couldn't see who got the final touch from here. Bradford bodies and Wakefield bodies all round the ball, but it's Bradford who get the touchdown in the end. It's the Bulls again who have the advantage at the moment. And they've lost the ball here, it's come free. And what's the referee going to say? He's going to give the penalty to Bradford this time round as the ball came away. 8 points in just 7.5 minutes. It's not beyond them, but it's going to be a very, very difficult task now. Game. Bradford just starting to pull away a little bit here. As Whitehead gets space and Carney gets room and will go away. He's turned 8 and round. Sykes though comes across and puts in a great tackle, and he's stripped the ball away. Sykes, and Paul Sykes is going to go here. Well, Ainsco's going to chase him down. Sykes, is he going to make it? I'm not sure he is. Ainsco's going to grab him. He's just caught him 10 metres out from the line. Paul Sykes tried to get everything out of the tank. He's surely being held down, looking round for a penalty, and he does eventually get it, and there's going to be a sin binning here. As Wakefield comes square again, and on the last, still have 35 to go. And less than that in seconds left as Lauatiti drops it off, and Wakefield will be wrapped up 20 metres out. And that will just about bring the game to an end, if not on the clock. There isn't going to be another play the ball, and the Bulls have hung on for the victory. Another valiant effort from Wakefield, but it doesn't bring them any points on the scoreboard. They've gone down by 34 points to 26.